Alright guys, check this out. We've got a little something different to work on today. I have a KLX 140G. Well, my son does. And I don't know if you guys are aware. If you're watching this channel, you may be. But they have an issue with hard starts and poor running. And they're known to just have a bad carburetor on them. So these kits have been hard to find lately, but I got my hands on one. So this is a kit from Tbolt USA that I ordered. It's supposed to be a direct bolt on with this kit. So you have a rubber mount adapter for the carburetor. You have a manifold adapter. Looks pretty nice. You have a gasket, of course the carburetor, and new throttle cable and some installation bolts. So we're going to put this on and see if it helps, because this guy that I have here definitely is one of those hard starters, and it's cold. I just pulled it out right now. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. Click there. Come on, baby. Finally fired up. This one, I believe, is all stock other than the T6. Choke off. Smell a lot of fuel. There's a plug coming out of it. I mean, it's kind of black, brown. Dark brown, black. These guys do not come with instructions. I did a little reading, and they come standard with the 190. I pulled it out and checked everything over, and it definitely comes with a 190 jet. Being the stock bore, I think probably need to drop that down. I believe stock is 98, but that's on the little bitty carburetor that comes with it. We'll compare them. So I did some reading, and a couple of people said in some forums that you should start with the 180. So I'm gonna do that. So we've got the kit here with stock is 180 or 98. Let's start with the 155. Like this little bottom cap allows you to change jets without pulling the whole carb. Blue dot ring. Now I did mark the mark where the air screw is. Like I said, it's like 3/4 out. Alright, next what we need to do is to get this cable installed. And I always like to check this screw here. This is one throttle adjustment. Run that all the way in. And then there should be one under this cap right here. And make sure that one's all the way in. It's there. And then set screw, so minor adjustment here if you need it. There's your spring. Slide should fall out. And that's your needle retainer. A little circle, a little notch. It's going to drop right down into the notch that holds the cable. So it kind of locks the cable in and holds your needle. So needle is in the middle, so we'll leave it right there. So what we got to do, this guy should feed through here. So let's get the boot on. Right there. And slide that boot just like so. And you take this little lug, put it in the hole, put it deep, slide it down, and then pull it back. So you want to go deep because there's cutout for the depth too. So once it's locked in there like that, this little cover will sit, well, I say it will. It's gonna fight me. Come on. Now. There you go. See, now it's locked in, and look, it's got a little green line locked in there, so it's gonna hold the needle. I'll show you a little trick. Instead of taking everything back apart, just screw your spring on. Makes it a whole lot easier. Once you get in there, just keep screwing it down, 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 kind of like a key ring. There you go. Done. You don't have to take anything apart. Alright. Notch goes with this. This little dip here is for your idle. Put that back on. Knock it down. Now let's move on to the intake, and I'll check the gaskets. Everything lines up pretty nice. This one goes on this side. And this side, I guess since it's rubber, it didn't have a gasket, but it's also not completely flat, and I don't trust it. I'm gonna do gasket maker on both sides. Alright guys, so put a little of the ultra black gasket maker down to hold that gasket in, and I did go ahead and put some of that right here in between these two connections before I put the bolts in, and I've let that dry. So that is ready to go. We installed the jet yesterday, so that is ready to go with the cable. So now we just need to start taking the bike apart. Alright guys, so we're going to disassemble this bike here so we can get to the carburetor and get the old one off there. We'll speed this up and make this boring part go a little faster. Alright, you guys saw me struggle. What it was the factory manifold is Loctited in, and these little Allens are a pain to get to. You can't get much torque on them, and being covered in thread lock, they don't want to come out. So factory is a 19 millimeter, and we are going to a 26 millimeter. So quite a bit of difference. I did check the jet on factory. It is a 95. I believe we ended up going with the 155 in this guy. We'll see how it does. I'm sure we got a whole bag of jets if we have to change them out. Yeah, it's not going to be easy. Pull this off. See if we can wrestle this on. Come on, you were there. You were there. So that is on. Now, just have to get this on. Oh, oh Lord. Alright. It's on, now it's off. It's alright, we'll get it back on here. Guys, I'm not going to bore you with me snugging these in. I'm going to get them started, put a little thread lock on them, snug them down, get this snug down, and then we'll be back. Alright, so we've got everything tied on the carb, so now we've got to replace the throttle cable with the new one. I've got the new cable routed up here. Pull this boot back like that. That's going to expose this guy. And then you can pull this rubber back. You've got two screws right here. This is where we get to the end of the cable. And this should be where we can disconnect the old cable. So let's pull this cut back. Okay. And so your cable routing through here, going down in there, so that I can pull the cable out through this crack and out here. I believe that's the way it's got to go. Alright, there we go, got that out of the track there. Now, we got a little slack, boom, there we go, cable is out. Now, we'll do the same thing here. We'll run this through a little hole in the rubber, and then we'll tuck that cable right in there and pull that out. Oh, get down in there. There we go. And then we can snug these down. Definitely don't over tighten them because it looks like some pretty thin plastic. Alright, so now I'm going to pull our boot back up. Slide this up. We'll leave that off for now because we've got to adjust it. That is on. Alright, got the tank sitting on there. Turn the fuel on. We got fuel running to it. I don't see any leaks. Let's see what happens. Seems a little high. Turn the throttle down here. I'm impressed. I didn't have to do much at all. I think I'm going to have to get a little more fuel line the way that it's got that extended headcock valve so you can get to it. So fuel line's having to go around and then up and then back down, and it's getting a little bit of a kink in there. I think it's starving at the fuel a little bit, but some minor details. So I'm gonna work on that. Get the plastics put back on, get the bike put back together, and then we'll take it from there. Alright guys, so I'm back. I put a new plug in, nice brand new white one. Took it for a little spin. I came back, pulled the plug. Plug was really dark, so you know, it's the original plug was dark, so I'm really leaning towards low compression, it just being a worn out motor. However, when I tried to put the plug back in, it didn't want to bite, and I finally got it to kind of bite, and I ran it in and I ran it in, I ran it in, I ran it in, it never got tight, and guess what? The head is stripped out. So I guess I am going to do the big bore kit sooner than I expected. I have gone ahead and I've ordered a big bore kit. Comes with the cylinder, the piston, a new hot cam, new top end, big valves, all the fun stuff is what it sounds like. So we'll see. I'm gonna end this video here, and I guess part 2 is gonna be a big bore kit install, and that's not my vehicle. So thanks you guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. We'll see you next time.